Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 18, verse number 6. Pura Srishta Hyasadyo Osadhyo Brahmana Ya Vishampate Bhujyamana Maya Drishta Asadbhir Adrita Vratahi Purasrishtahya Osadhyo Purasrishtahya Sad Osadhyo Brahmanaya Visampate Bhujyamana Maya Drishta Asadbhir Adrita Vratahi Purasrishtahya Osadhyo Brahmanaya Visampate Bhujyamana Maya Drishta Asadbhir Adrita Vratahi Purasrishtahya Osadhyo Brahmanaya Visampate Bhujyamana Maya Drishta Asadbhir Adrita Vratahi Srishtahya Osadhyo Brahmanaya Visampate Bhujyamana Maya Drishta Asadbhir Adrita Vratahi Purasrishtahi Osadhyo Brahmanaya Visampate Bhujyamana Maya Drishta Sadbhir Adrita Vratahi Purasrishta Osadhyo Brahmanaya Visampate Bhujyamana Maya Drishta Adrita Vratahi. Pura, in the past, Srishtaha, created, he certainly, Osadhyaha, herbs and food grains, Brahmana, by Lord Brahma, Ya, all those which, Vishampate, O King, Bhujyamanaha, being enjoyed, Maya, by me, Drishtaha, seen, Asadbihi, by non-devotees, Adrida Vratahi, devoid of all spiritual activities. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. My dear King, the seeds, roots, herbs and grains which were created by Lord Brahma in the past are now being used by non-devotees who are devoid of all spiritual understanding. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Brahma created this material world for the use of the living entities, but it was created according to a plan that all living entities who might come into it to dominate it for sense gratification would be given directions by Lord Brahma in the Vedas in order that they might ultimately leave it and return home back to Godhead. All necessities grown on earth, namely fruits, flowers, trees, grains, animals, and animal byproducts, were created for use in sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. However, the planet Earth, in the shape of a cow, herein submits that all these utilities are being used by non-devotees who have no plans for spiritual understanding. Although there are immense potencies within the earth for the production of grains, fruits, and flowers, this production is checked by earth itself when it is misused by non-devotees who have no spiritual goals. Everything belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and everything can be used for His satisfaction. Things should not be used for sense gratification of the living entities. This is the whole plan of the material nature according to the directions of this material nature. In this verse, the words asadbhi and adrida vratahi are important. The words asadbhi refers to the non-devotees. The non-devotees have been described in the Bhagavad Gita as duskritinaha, miscreants, mudaha, asses or rascals, naradama, lowest of mankind, and maya parhita jnanaha, those who have lost their knowledge to the power of illusory energy. All these persons are asat, non-devotees. Non-devotees are also called griha vrata, whereas the devotee is called drira vrataha. The whole Vedic plan is that the misguided, conditioned souls who have come to lord it over material nature should be trained to become drid vrataha. This means that they should take a vow to satisfy their senses or enjoy material life only by satisfying the senses of the Supreme Lord. Activities intended to satisfy the senses of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, are called Krishnartheya Kila Chetasaha. This indicates that one can attempt all kinds of work, but one should do so to satisfy Krishna. This is described in Bhagavad Gita as yagyartat karmana. The word yagya indicates Lord Vishnu. We should work only for His satisfaction. In modern times, Kali Yuga, however, people have forgotten Vishnu altogether and they conduct their activities for sense gratification. Such people will gradually become poverty-stricken, for they cannot use things which are to be enjoyed by the Supreme Lord for their own sense gratification. If they continue like this, there will ultimately be a state of poverty and no grains, fruits or flowers will be produced. Indeed, it is stated in the 12th canto of Bhagavatam that at the end of Kali Yuga, people will be so polluted that there will be no longer any grains, wheat, sugarcane or milk. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Name Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you all the devotees. Thank you so much. So we have this verse here spoken by, who's speaking this verse? Bhumi Devi, very nice. What do we know about Bhumi Devi? Who is Bhumi Devi? Very nice. She is in charge of the earth, predominating deity of the earth. Yes, very nice. What else? What else we know about Prithvi Devi or Bhumi Devi? Wife of Varahadev, very nice, because we know that when Varahadev appeared, then he lifted Prithvi Devi and accepted Prithvi as his wife, and he also gave Prithvi a child. What was the name of the child? Narakasur, very nice. Narakasur, and he is also known as, because he is the son of Prithvi Devi, his name is, what's the name? Prithvi is Bhumi, and because he is the son of Bhumi, one of his names is correct, Bhaumasur. Bhaumasur, because of being the son of Bhumi. So Bhaumasur and Narakasur are the names of the same person. Very nice. Right? And what else we know about Prithvi? Very nice. She always takes the form of the cow. We know that when Lord is, to appear, and there is a lot of sinful activities on earth, then Prithvi or Bhumi actually takes the form of a cow and goes with all the devatas to the bank of the milk ocean, and all of them actually pray to the Lord to appear. Right? And we know that Bhumi is here also in this katha, in this pastime. We can also see that Bhumi is taking the form of a cow. Why do you think she takes the form of a cow? Sorry? Yes, so that the Lord is more affectionate. And cow is one of the mothers, Atma Mata, Guru Patni, Brahmani, Guru Patnika, Dhenur Dhatri Tata Prithvi, Saptaita Matarasprita. So she is one of the mothers. Cow is one of them. Bhumi, Dhenu, the Bhumi's Prithvi is one of the mothers, and Dhenu is cow. So cow is already one of the mothers, and Bhumi is already one of the mothers, and so to get that compassion, she takes the form of cow. We know that also when Lord Indra performed this Govardhan Leela, Lord Krishna performed this Govardhan Leela, lifting the Govardhan hill. At that time also Lord Indra comes with a Surabhi cow, because just so that Lord becomes more compassionate, because we know that Lord is very, very, he is very affectionate to the cows, and always he's with the cows. That's why his name is, what are some of the names because of his affection to the cows? Govinda, because he is the one who gives pleasure to the cows. Because he gives pleasure to the cows and of course the senses, his name is Govinda. And his name is Gopal, because why is he known as Gopal? He's the maintainer of the cows. He's the one who looks after the cows. And he's a Gopalaha. He becomes, of course, when he's little, then it's his Vatsapa. And Vatsapa then later on he graduates, and then he becomes a Gopalaha. Vatsapa means one who looks after the calves. So when the kids are young, they look after the calves. But when they grow up, then they look after the cows. So that's, for them it's their graduation, the one graduating from just like secondary school and going to the university. Similarly, the Brajavasis, those who are looking after the cows, they graduate from Vatsapa and they become Gopala. And we know that when Lord Krishna became a Gopala, then there was a ceremony. What was the ceremony? When did Krishna actually, when he started looking after the cows, there was a, that's Gopastami, very nice. That's Gopastami when Krishna becomes a Gopal. So his name is Gopala. So yes, we can see that she assumed a form, Mother Earth, accepting the form of a cow here. And also when there's so many sinful activities on the earth, then she accompanies all the devatas, and they all go to the bank of the milk ocean to offer prayers to the Lord so that the Lord can appear. Yes, what else we know about Prithvi? What else do we know about Mother Earth? Very nice. She's one of the energies of the Lord. Very nice. Bhumiraponalo vayu khammano buddhireva chaham karityam me bhinna prakrityastada aparemita stanyam prakrityam vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabhav edam dharyate jagat. So Bhumirapaha analo vayu. She's one of the energies of the Lord. Very nice. She is one of the 8 separated energies of the Lord. Very nice. Anything else we know about Prithvi? She's also one of the gurus accepted by who? Who accepted out of the 24 gurus? Prithvi, Vayu, Akasha, Mapo, Agnis, Chandrama, Ravi, Kapoto, Ajgara, Sandhu, Patango, Madhukrit, Gaja, Madhuha, Harino, Minaha, Pingala, Sura, Pungala, Kuroror, Baka, and Kumari, Sarakrit, Sarpa, Urna, Nabi, Supesakrit. Those are the 24 gurus. Ete me Guruvo, Rajan, Chaturvimshati Ashrita. Chaturvimshatir Ashrita. These are 24 spiritual masters, and one of them is who accepted 24 the spiritual masters. The Avadut Brahmana, correct. The Avadut Brahmana accepted the 24 spiritual masters, and one of them is Prithvi. Prithvi, Vayura, Akasha, Mapo, Agnis, Chandrama, Ravi. Prithvi, Vayura, Akasha, and all those. And the list is, there are 24 of them. And the first one is Prithvi. Prithvi, Vayura, Akasha. And also, when the Lord Krishna is talking about the energy, she is the first one. Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Khamano, Buddhireva, Chaham, Karitame, Binna, Prakrityashta. The first one. And one of the best important qualities that we learn from Prithvi is what? What is that we learn from Prithvi? Tolerance. What is the most important quality? Tolerance. Of all the qualities, tolerance is most important, and Prithvi is always number one. Prithvi, Vayu, Akasha, Mapo, Agnis, Chandrama, Rabi, and Prithvi is, we learn tolerance from Prithvi, how tolerant she is. So those are some of the things, and we know that even when the qualities of the devotees are mentioned, Titikshavaha, Karunika, Surda Sarvadehinam, Ajata Shatrava, Shanta Sadhava, Sadhu Bhushanam. What is the first one? Titikshava, what is it? Tolerance. How was Lord tested? How was the supremacy tested by Bhrigu Muni? Tolerance. So very important quality that Prithvi is teaching. So here, Prithvi is actually, Maharaj Prithu is chasing Prithvi this time. And what do we know about Maharaj Prithu? What do we know about Maharaj Prithu? He's a Saktavesh avatar, very nice. He's mentioned as one of the Saktavesh avatars. We know that there are different kinds of avatars. One is called Saktavesh avatar. We have Purusha avatar. We have, what are the different kinds of incarnation? Purusha avatar is one of them. Leela avatar, Guna avatar, Manvantar avatar, Yuga avatar. So all of the avatars, the one kind is the Saktavesh avatar, which means someone is empowered, right, to perform some functions. And Lord actually empowers someone. Just like we know that Naraji is empowered with what? Bhakti. Right? So he's empowered with devotional service. And we know that the four Kumaras are empowered with Gyan, knowledge. They're empowered with knowledge, Gyan. So, um, Parshuram is empowered with hmm? What is Parshuram empowered with? Parshuram is Saktavesha avatar as well. What is he empowered with? Hmm? Hmm? He's empowered to hmm? Hmm? Yes? What is Parshuram empowered with? What does he do? He kills all the Kshatriyas who are not following the Kshatriya dharma. So he's empowered to kill the miscreants. Isn't it true? So, and then we also have here Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj is empowered what? With what? Palana Shakti, very nice. Palana Shakti, to maintain, to establish a nice kingdom, how to rule the kingdom, and how to provide what the subjects need, what the citizens need. So here the citizens are praying to Prithu Maharaj and taking shelter of Prithu Maharaj because there is nothing available for them to eat, and they are all they've become, because out of hunger, they've all become very, very weak. And what is the duty of a Kshatriya? Kshatriyas have to they have to protect. Kshatriya means protection, Kshat means hurt, and Traya means deliver. One who protects the citizens from hurt, protection. Now we need police. Now we need military for our protection. We need to have all the different cameras, security cameras, and we need to have the fence and gate and gated areas, so that somehow we are protected, and we protect ourselves by different means, by insurance. But previously, the protection was given by the king. The king protects the citizens, and the king has to maintain all the citizens. Have to they all should have enough dhan and dhanya. What is the meaning of dhan? Wealth. They need to have wealth. And dhanya means grains. Dhan and dhanya both are required for the citizens. So the king would do that. The king will make sure that they have enough wealth in the treasury, and the king will ensure that there is enough dhanya, enough grains, because we know that we could see that during the COVID, some countries, they had enough supply of grains, and they had enough wealth, and they did not have any problems. I think India was very good with that. India did not depend on others, so that's why we saw that the economy of India did not suffer very, very significantly through this COVID pandemic. But other countries who were dependent on others, they had to suffer. Isn't it true? So there has to be enough of dhan and dhanya. In any kingdom, those things are important. So here, Prithvi, of course, has said very nicely. She tried to pacify the Lord. Lord is running behind Prithvi, and this time Lord is not lifting Prithvi. This time, not providing protection, but Lord is running behind Mother Earth, who has taken the form of the cow, and we see that Lord is not pacified with some of the prayers that she has recited to please the Lord, and she has said this in this verse. In the earlier verses, one of the very nice verses earlier on is Sarvatra Saram Adatte Yatha Madhu Karo Buddha. So she said that a person who is knowledgeable, takes the essence of all the knowledge from all the places. Sarvatra Saram Adatte. So one has to be Saragrahi. Saragrahi means one who accepts the essence. We see that, for example, Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj was a Saragrahi. He accepted the essence. he saw that there were so many faults in this age of Kali. Kaler doshe nidhe rajan. Means this is ocean of faults. But there is also one great quality of this age. What is that? Kirtanadeva Krishna se mukta sangha parambraja. That great quality is, that one great quality that this age has, this Kali has, Kali Yuga has, it's that by chanting the name of Krishna, one can actually attain the supreme destination. That's the greatest quality. So, Sargrahi means one who accepts the Sar, one who accepts the essence. So, here, Prithvi is trying to, make the Lord more compassionate towards her, that at least you should see, something in me. Don't kill me. There must be something in me. What is that in me? I do just like you. The learned person accepts the essence of all the knowledge from all the places. Sometimes there's so much knowledge. We have got so much knowledge in the scriptures, for example. So much knowledge. But what do we accept? Do we read everything and anything and get bewildered? We have to accept the Sar. We have to accept the essence. Just like we see Lord Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, he says in 15:15, what does he say? Sarvasya chaham hirdi sannivishto mata smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda vedaiva chaham. I am the compiler of the Veda, I am the knower of the Vedas. By all the Vedas I am to be known. What is the Sar? What is the essence? To know Krishna. That is the Sar. Right? There are also so many different kinds of knowledge, but the real essence is etavan sankhya yoga abhyam swadharma parinishtaya janmalabha para pumsam ante narayana smriti. That is the essence. Whichever process we accept, but at the end we should remember Krishna. Know Krishna and remember Krishna. We'll only be able to remember Krishna if we know Krishna, if we have love, we have developed love towards Krishna. So here says that just like a bumblebee gets all the, collects the honey from different places, little from, doesn't take everything. It doesn't. The bumblebee is not attracted to the leaves, the branches, the thorns, or the place where the flower is situated, but it's only interested in a little bit of honey, the essence which is actually the honey, the juice, the nectar from each flower, getting the nectar, and not actually taking all of them, just taking the essence, everything that's there. So she is trying to say, okay, yeah, maybe there is something in me also, you should see that what I have. And here, and in the previous verse, of course, she talks about the importance of following the sages, right? One who manufactures his own ways and means through mental speculation and does not recognize the authority of the sages who lay down unimpeachable directions to is simply unsuccessful again and again in his attempts. So we have to importance of following others, and now here she says that I am just doing what Brahma has actually created everything for. So she's saying here, Pura Srishta hi Osadya. Osadya, all the Osadis, all the grains and food grains and herbs and everything, the Osadis, they have been created Pura, means in the past. Pura Srishta hi Osadya. Who has done it? Who has created this? Brahma. Of course, Brahma creates, is the secondary creator. He creates on behalf of the Lord. So, Brahmana hi Vishampate. Is addressing Vishampate, or the king. Look, king, please listen to what I am saying. Brahma has created all the Ausadis, but the problem is, now all the people are becoming sinful. And I have to supply all these Ausadis Bhujyamanam maya srishta, maya drishta. What I am seeing is that it's or seen that they are, who's enjoying it? Bhujyamanam maya drishta asadbhir. Asadbhir means those who are not devotees. Those people who are not devotees are actually, what are they doing? Bhujyamanam. They are enjoying it. And adrida vratahi. And also talking, saying that they are also adrida vrata. We know that devotees are drida vrata. Adrida vrata are those people who are non-devotees. Prabhupada actually explains very nicely here. They are adrida vrataha, and they are devotees are adrida vrataha, and they are griha vrataha. Griha vrata, as Prahlad Maharaj uses in one of the prayers. He says, Punascharvita charvavanam. That verse, Matirna Krishna Parato Satova Mito Vipadyat Griha Vratanam Adanta Gobir Vishateta Misram Punascharvita Charvananam. So in that verse, of course, it's mentioned that they are such people who are not taking shelter of the Lord, the Grihavrata. Grihavrata, and here they are mentioned as Adridavrata, and devotees are Adridavrata. And so all because Prithvi Mata actually says that, Mother Prithvi says, even when she goes to Brahma and all of them go to take shelter of the Lord, at that time also she says that I am able to tolerate, for me, all the mountains, all the oceans, all the lakes, and all the rivers. The burden of that is, for me, is not actual burden. What is the real burden for me? The burden of carrying sinful people on me. That is the actual burden. That is the actual burden on me. So I am not able to, I can tolerate all the burden, the different kinds of burden, and all the people living in the population of the earth is growing. We can't say the Prithvi Mata is disturbed because of the weight of the people on the earth. It's not that some big people are more heavy, smaller people are more lighter. So if you increase your weight, then you'll be more heavy and it will be burden on the earth. Or if there's too many mountains, too many rivers, if there's water level rises and then the ocean, then Prithvi will feel more burden. No, it's not like that. The Prithvi actually feels the burden of sinful people on her. There's a real burden on Prithvi. And instead of, see, all these things are created. All these grains and foods, everything is created so that people can use it and then perform and get purified. But now, everyone is using all these things and they are not getting purified. What are they getting? They are getting more and more entangled. Is that the purpose of creation? To get more and more entangled. Is it? That's not the purpose of creation. The creation is there so that we can get purified. That's why Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yame bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya paritam asnai prayatatmana yat karosi yadasnasi yajosi dadasiyat yatapasyasi konte tat kurushva madarpanam. All these things, patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. Patram means coming from the trees. Of course, Tulsi ji, Tulsi leaf, or who actually got purified, who actually was able to please the Lord by patram and toyam. Patram and then water. Advaita Acharya, he was able to please the Lord, and Lord appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he was offering with love and devotion. The main ingredient is not actually the ingredients itself, but the devotion, love and devotion to the Lord. So Advaita Acharya with love and devotion offered tulsi leaves and also water, toyam and patram. And who offered phalam? Who offered fruits? Yeah, the old lady in the Vrindavan who was selling the fruits. And the Lord was very, very pleased with her devotion. And Lord accepted devotion. And And actually, and this Lord actually gave some paddy grains, and then we know that that became like she was carrying that, and it became so heavy, and she had all the valuable jewels on that little basket. So Lord was very, very pleased with her devotion, because she did not even consider that Krishna was a little child and did not have anything to pay to the lady, but she was very, very, she had a lot of devotion towards the little child Krishna. And we know that is another person very famous in Ram Leela. Who's that? Shabri. Yeah, Shabri was able to please the Lord with fruits. And then we can see that Pushpam was able to please the Lord with Pushpam, flowers. Gajendra, yes, Gajendra. So there are examples in the scriptures. And all these things are actually meant for the Lord, to be given to the Lord. That's why it's mentioned that in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that the devotees are actually purified by accepting the remnants. Which verse is that? Yagyasista asina santo muchyante sarva kilbishe bunjate te tvagam papa ye pachanti atma karanat. By giving, only accepting the remnants, a devotee gets purified, but others are only taking sin. Others are only accepting sin. Lord Krishna is saying that in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Lord Krishna is saying, whatever you offer it to me. Yat karosi, yad asnasi, yad josi dadasi, yad tapasyasi kontya, tat kurushva madarpanam. You offer it to me. Of course, Lord is the proprietor. Everything belongs to Him. But if we are able to do it, if we are able to give everything to the Lord, how does that benefit us? What does Lord say? Subha subha phalereva moksha se karma bandhane sannyasa yoga yuktatva vimukto mam upaisyasi. By this art of giving to the Lord, what happens? We are getting freed from subha subha phalereva moksha se karma bandhane. We are getting freed from the karma bandhan. Otherwise there is karma bandhan, because you are offering, it is for your enjoyment. And then you are getting bound, you are getting more and more entangled in this world. But by giving it to the Lord, by developing this art of sannyasa yoga, by this art of giving to the Lord, offering everything to the Lord, we are getting freed, purified from both sinful and pious and sinful reactions. Pious reactions, because that also binds us. Good karma is not good enough. Is it good enough? Is good karma, being a good person, good enough? No. It's just doing good things is not good enough. You have to do, every karma should be devotional karma or akarma. Then only you get purified. And Lord Krishna says that one can get freed. So here Prithvi is saying that whatever is in me, I give them more, they get more and more entangled. And that's been taken by non-devotees, which means they are not getting purified. So it is meant, it is created for a purpose. All these items are there for a purpose, so that they can use it as much as they need, right? And so that they can get purified. But they are not actually getting purified. They are getting more and more entangled. That's why I am keeping it within myself. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? Yes, Prabhuji. No, she is not Bhumiji. She can be called Bhumija. Her name, one of her names is Bhumija. Like we have Girija. Girija is one who is born from Giri. Like Girija, whose name is Girija? Parvati. Parvati is Girija, because she is born from Giri, mountain, right? She is the daughter of Himachal and Maina. That's why she is Girija, right? Atmaja means one's own son, Atmaj, right? Ja, like we have Agraja. Agraj means, what is the meaning of Agraj? One who's born first, Agra, Agraja, Agra Puja, Agraja. And then we have Anuja means following later, born later. Anuja, Agraja. So Ja and Ja, a little bit longer. Bhumi Ja, because a little bit longer. So she is born from the Mother Earth, so she is Bhumi Ja, not Bhumi. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yes, because she assumed the form of a cow so that she can get compassion from the Lord. Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, of course, the Lord is trying to teach us so many lessons here through this pastime. Anytime Lord does something, there is some lesson to be learned. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. Anything else? Yes, Prabhuji. No, no, Pranam. Mm. So Mother Earth is tolerating all there's so much, so many cows are being killed, so nothing is, why is Mother Earth not doing anything? At this time, actually, we can say that it is a time meant for purification through Sankirtan Yajna, right? It is a time when people, the most sinful, can be purified by the process of Harinam Sankirtan. Because we know that Krishna comes, and then Krishna comes and comes again in Kali Yuga, because we know that Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, right? Once in how many years? Hmm? How many years, if you like, if you say it in terms of the solar years, our calculation? How many years? Once in 8.64 billion years. 4.32 billion years is the duration of his day. But there is no appearance of the Lord during the night, because Brahma is sleeping. So that means once in a day of Brahma, every 7th Manvantar, there are 14 Manvantars in a day of Brahma, every 7th Manvantar, every 28th Dwapar Yuga, and Lord actually appears, end of Dwapar Yuga. And then on same Kali Yuga, the 28th Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears once in a day of Brahma. So we know that recently Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually did not kill the sinful. Did he? He did not kill a single demon. Lord Krishna killed so many demons, through his devotees, through Arjuna or through Bhima. Through Bhima he killed Jarasandha, to Arjuna he killed so many. Even during the Mahabharata, through Bhima and through Arjuna, so many were killed. And then he himself killed many demons when he was a child, a little child. And then even in Mathura he killed so many demons. And Jarasandha was bringing all the demoniac people. How many times he came? 27 times. 28th time, he ran away from there, for a purpose, of course. So he killed so many demons. But in Kali Yuga, we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not kill any demon, but he actually purifies them. Which is which is harder, killing or purifying? Purifying. It's very hard to make someone a devotee. So this yuga is specially meant for purification through holy name. So you can chant it, and then Prabhuji is always, I can see them going for Harinam and book distribution. And so the purpose is to purify even the most sinful, because Prabhupada says that not only one, there were Jagai and Madai too were there. But now there are so many Jagais and Madais. And so many Jagais and Madais are there. And Prabhupada had actually showed, Prabhupada himself had shown us that, look, this is the way to purify. Look, all these Jagais and Madais, all the hippies have now become very happy through this Harinam Sankirtan. Through this Harinam Sankirtan. And now Prabhupada has empowered so many of his disciples and grand disciples who are meant to go and purify such Jagais and Madais through the holy name, Harinam Sankirtan, and not through killing. We don't kill. We only chant for them. If they can't chant, we chant for them. We know that Haridas Thakur, when he was asked, Haridas Thakur, that how will those people who are not chanting get purified? What did he say? By hearing those chanting. That's why, the Harinam Sankirtan is very important. By hearing, they can get purified. And he said, actually, it is 100 times more beneficial if one chants. If one chants for one's own self, and if one is chanting for others, then it is how many times beneficial? 100 times more beneficial. Why? If you are feeding yourself is good, or feeding others also is good. Which is better? If you can feed others as well, that's more better. Feed who are hungry is good or not? Feeding other hungry people, if you can afford to, that's also good. It's more good actually. So it's 100, and then that person, Gopal Chakravarti was there. He was a Brahmana. He said, if that is true, then I will cut your nose. If it's not true, I'll cut your nose. And then we know that by leprosy, he actually lost his nose, showing how bona fide, this teaching is actually of Haridas Thakur. So it is very beneficial. That's why we chant for others. We try to do what actually Prabhupada wanted us to do, so that after our purification, at least we are getting purified, we want to purify others as well. So this is a time not for killing, but for purifying through the Harinam Sankirtan. Okay, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Any last question or any more questions? Hmm. 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 Yes, perfect, yes. He says this in Kali Yuga, you don't come to kill. You come to deliver through Harinam Sankirtan. And in this age, we have to accept that same mood of Nityananda Prabhu. Because Nityananda Prabhu is teaching us, and actually reminding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also when he tried to invoke that Sudarshan Chakra. Okay. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Gaunitaya Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra ji ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.